Hello YouTube and TFW, this is Jay the Reviewer, back at it again with another discussion about a Hasbro release. Because I have a lot of concerns when it comes to 86 Devastator here. So I'm just going to work my way down. I'm not going to cover nitpicks too much, I'll save that for a review, just like how his head rotates in a weird spot due to transformation or just lack of swappable face. Like, those are issues I have personally, so I can't hold it against the figure. But I can hold loose joints like this against the figure, because this shouldn't be loose. This shouldn't be loose. Why are these so loose? Even the elbow's loose. Like, not as bad as this or this, but all the joints here are loose. Because the deluxe budget didn't allow ratchets, so now this guy's a floppy mess in the arms. And even stuff that shouldn't be floppy, like, look, you plug the gun in, this should be easy. Why is this loose? Like, why is everything here loose? And before you go, oh, it's only loose because Bone Crusher's hand doesn't normally hold Devastator's gun. Nope, it's loose on both of them. Like, it doesn't fall out, I'll give it that, but you can't do cool poses with a gun that droops. Like, this isn't acceptable. Why does it droop? Like, why? This shouldn't exist. It's like how hollow he is. Like, look, you can see through the bicep. And speaking of the bicep, Combiner Wars Devastator is famous for this arm falling apart and this joint here, which even doing the fix to flip this around and get the actual soft lock in still is so easy to move instead of everything, just because of where it's placed. And speaking of the arm disintegrating on the Combiner Wars because it used 2 tabs, this one doesn't do that, but you can still, with barely any effort like that, untab everything, because this area does not like staying together, at least on my copy. I've seen several copies where nothing stays together, and loose joints are prevalent. And just, like, also weird design decisions. Like, did you even notice I had this mistransformed? Why does it do that? It doesn't tab into anything. Like, I thought maybe it would tab into, like, Long Haul's arm or something, but no. You just do this, and you make it look, personally, I think you make it look worse. Like, it looks the same with that flipped or that down. Like, what's the point of all that? My next issue, design wise with the chest wing, you can't actually pull these out straight. You have to rotate them slightly and pull out, but that creates stress marks, because if you realize there's sculpted detail here that butts right up against the wing. So when you rotate it slightly to get the tab right here out, it pushes up, which stresses the plastic. So you can't plug this in without rotating it slightly. And if you see, even rotating it slightly, you have to force it in because of that bump. And then when you rotate it, it stresses it. So you just lose either way. It's designed the same on both sides, where you have to rotate it slightly, and that just puts pressure here, creating these stress marks, which I'm worried this will eventually crack, and you'll end up with floppy wings, because I'm going to be real with you, these don't tab in too well. Like, it's a pain in the ass to get, it only really tabs in here. Like, these tabs are afterthoughts. They come out instantly. So it's really only held on here, and the wings are only really held on here. So in a couple of years, if those crack, I'm worried you're just going to have floppy wings that just expose all this hollowness. And speaking of which, just more questionable. Why is this gap still here where you can see Hook's head? Why is that here out of everything? But yeah, more weird design decisions. Why isn't this ratcheted? Like, it's not ratcheted on either side. Unless I somehow just got a very terrible copy. Why isn't this ratcheted? Explain that to me. It's ratcheted going forward and back. Back. Also, stability issue. These knees are way too loose. Like, they're at least ratcheted, but they're also very loose. Like, they don't take a lot of effort to bend. So they're enough to hold up Scrapper's weight, but they're not enough to really support Devastator too well. And there's another issue. If you realize, I have Scrapper here transformed properly with everything tabbed in. But there's a huge stability issue. Scrapper's hips, they rely on these panels staying tabbed in, and on my copy, this tab here, right here, going into this slot, isn't that tight. So what happens is this. Yeah. This joint. So I guess you can technically use it as a faux foot tilt, but also, if I just position him slightly like this, yeah, let's just tab everything in. Instantly comes undone. Oh, also, these are way too loose. This is way too loose. Like, ignoring aesthetics and how I would have preferred the treads to move with this, just this stability isn't acceptable, is it? Am I complaining too much? Because I feel like this isn't an acceptable joint. Yeah, just like ignoring issues like limited articulation. Like, why does this guy only have 45 degrees of elbow bend? Like, that just shouldn't be acceptable. Well, because I don't mind this. Like, this isn't that big of an issue to me. I get why this is here. But I don't get why this isn't ratcheted. I don't get why this didn't lock in better, so this joint's here. Like, I hate how much I see the brilliance of this design, but also how many problems it has, because it just feels like another Combiner Wars. And I have more issues when it comes to the individual robot modes. But they're more personal. I think I'll save that for a full review. Because I have issues like, why is Scrapper's the shortest? It's not even by a little bit. He's literally a baby compared to everyone. There's just so many issues I have with this set that it kind of sucks that this should be like a slam dunk on Combiner Wars, but really it's just kind of Combiner Wars with a different flavor of issues.